Alright, let's get this started. Welcome guys, Happy New Year's. It's now 2 AM here in Australia. And yeah, Happy New Year. So we're going to continue where we left off, which is... where were we? Exploring out here. I know we were going for that planet there. Pretty sure he is in the process of... Where are you? You're doing nothing. That's fine. We've got nothing really to do down here. Nobody can cap this except me, so that's good. I've got all this. That's right, there's a wormhole there. That is still going. Fantastic. We're going to bump that up to fast speed. And we will get started. Alright, so some new colonies. Districts, can I clear anything on here? It's 1,000 credits. Consumer products. That was this dude here. Why does he like me now? Not too worried about the overwhelming part yet. Neutral. Cool. So that one's building districts. He's growing population. Which means income is increasing. What I desperately need is more pop to get more fleets. Alright, so all scientists get an extra 20% survey speed and anomaly research speed. I will take that. Thank you very much.
Upscaling complete.
Perfect, so they've built that district. Still need 3 more for the first building. I think the first building on this planet is going to be the gene clinic. Same with this one. Just an extra 10% pop growth. I believe it's 10% at least. Yeah, it's 10%. Perfect. Curator order. Fantastic.
Special project actualized.
Okay, tell us about yourselves, blah blah blah. Can you see our surfaces? We understand you hail from the great nothing that lies upwards beyond the stone. It was assumed that nothing could exist there, but evidently this is not so. What are your intentions? Tell us about yourselves. Our empire stretches across every pocket of the known world. Only the great nothing lies beyond our reach. We have many fine cities supported by lichen farms and the fish we catch in the large rivers flowing through our tunnels. This has been our way for thousands of years. Our diggers heard the faint echoes of your cities through the stone, and we have decided to investigate. Okay, so we would like to coexist in peace. Gives us an extra 10% society, and adds a subterranean contact zone. The underground areas will give us more room for expansion. So, excellent. This effectively makes the planet larger. I believe... planet was this on? Not that one. That one there. Fantastic. So yeah, it definitely does give us more room to expand, which is fantastic. You know, more room is always
Potential
good.
market survey completed.
Alright, so you're done in there, which means you're probably going to head up here. Excellent. Get moving. Continue. That's
Future
probably
market survey complete.
the system to the predecessors. Precursors, sorry.
Research actualized.
What do we got? Energy grid. Fantastic. I need that for the capital planet. Increase that. Alright, we need to start working on our ships, unfortunately. No more snowballing, so let's just get weapons. Build you. Right. T1, what are you doing? I don't really care about you anyway. More unity. Ops working with research have their upkeep reduced by 20%, so watch that go back up as of next month. Another Ascension perk. Can't have a... It's pretty pointless. It's nice. Commercial packs no longer cost influence to maintain. It's costing me 0.5 at the moment. I wonder if that'd be worth long term. Probably would be, to be honest. Okay, don't have that. Not really interested in that. We're not sort of going the militaristic route just yet. We could do the evolution, make us immortal. Never have to worry about leader deaths before. We just need to hope we get the good ones. We could unleash the Shroud on the galaxy. That'd be fun. I think I might go universal transactions. That, I believe, would be a huge benefit. Can I create branch offices? Does not have corporate authority. Oh well, probably should have realized that. Doesn't matter, the extra influence would be a huge boon. It's an extra half influence per month.
Science ship facing unfair competition.
Are we fighting here? So he's in combat with pirates, are they? They might be pirates. Well, thankfully he's only level 2, so if I lose him before I can retreat. He's only level 2. Okay, good. So where was that? That's here. That is an empire.
Situation log revised.
Okay, the customers, clients, and rubes of the galaxy at long last seem ready to accept a quasi-centralized platform for deregulated mid-scale international commerce. We can promote one of our worlds to play host to this commercial hub to maximize potential revenue. Unlocks decision nominate for Galactic Market Hub, and it begins the founding the Galactic Market event chain. Alright, so let's start that. Okay, we have a few years to use decisions to nominate one of our worlds, so that'll be policies, no, under edicts, wouldn't it? No, it's not, it's in here. Decisions. Oh, I forgot about that. So I need 1,000 credits and 150 influence. Right, what I can do is use the internal market. Where's that? These things. There it is. I can use the internal market to sell some. Now, oh, we do have enough. We have enough influence for it. Perfect. Our competitiveness is strong. It's probably because nobody else has actually done it yet. How am I? Oh mate, I'm doing absolutely fantastic.
A system has
How are
been
you doing?
surveyed.
Bringing in the new year. Happy to have you here, man. It's now 2019 where I am. How's your night going? Could do that. Okie dokie. Right. Give me one moment. Just had to alt tab for a second. I'm just sorting something out here. Alright, now we're back in the game.
Upscaling complete.
Perfect. And once the jobs are
Outlier
in there,
identified.
that will increase the energy gain. Or is that? I don't think I need a job in there to actually increase the
Special
energy.
project actualized.
We have made first contact with the Brugand wildlings, a nomadic civilization. They occupy a number of large space stations in and around a large black hole system that house the bulk of their massive numbers. In crowded and squalid conditions, despite this, or perhaps because of it, they seem to have developed a strong martial culture. Okay, so these are marauders. Yes, shut up. So where were they? They were down here? Just there.
Market outlier identified.
Okay. Well, that's going to be interesting. Are these two going to fight each other, or are they neutral? That's going to be interesting experience to find out, but we'll see what happens. Absolutely worst case scenario is they both get pissy at me at the same time and they steamroll through me because they have 30k, about 30 to 35,000 power in their fleets. I think they operate 3 or 4 of them at once, and my fleet power is 845. So I predict it's not going to be a fun time for me, I think. Not fun at all. Alright, why are you not building? Build a mining station, build more there, and build that. And we'll leave that where it is at the moment. Oh, we won't build... No, we don't have influence because I kept doing shit. Artisan troop. Hello, artisan troop, but then we actually do have this. I want to try and block him off there. Ancient life pod. 150 society, I'll take that. Because he's got room to expand down here. He shouldn't be trying to cut me in there. Can't... I suppose I can jump it. Let's pay the extra influence costs and come down here and collect this alloy. And more trade. We'll see how that goes. But this one's been real unlucky. Every single corporation, every single empire so far is a corporation. But that's what we have at the moment. So, a bit of a pain in the ass. Would love a different gen. Grow, you buggers.
A system has been surveyed.
17 energy. You know, when Paradox said that they've tweaked the resources in space, that's... I remember talking about this last time. 34 minerals in a system. It just... According to what Paradox said, it shouldn't happen anymore. Same with the 17 energy. But, who am I to bloody complain? That helps me out. New faction, led by Governor... They call themselves the Alien Protection Network. The members have been pushing hard for friendly relations with other alien species. Alright, let's check you out. Congratulations. Well, they're not happy. They want 5k saved. Alright, so, you know, that won't be too hard. Defensive wars only, we've got that. Keep the peace, well, we're not going to do any wars with pacifistic scrubs. Non-violence. I refer to my previous statement. But we'll see what happens. Could force change the ethics later. Actually, you get up here.
Outlier identified.
Get out of it. I'll just pause it while I get this done. And then it's you, build out there. Excellent. Needs more influence. Needs more, just more at the moment. That needs more population. So does that. Was it a gene clinic? No, because I'm an idiot and I didn't build it.
A system has been surveyed.
I wonder if that'd be worth scrapping. Are they working on it? They are, unfortunately. Damn it. More research. Take that. A snowball is always good. I need to work on that too. But I need to get the population up so I can work on that. Catch-22 really, isn't it? So how are we tonight, chat? Today, wherever you are in the world?
Research actualized.
Alright, what do we get? Destroyer. Doesn't really help. I want, but I'm so far behind in terms of fleet capacity and power. This would probably be better to keep my stockpiles higher. I'm good, man. You enjoying your New Year's Eve?
Outlier identified.
It's now 2019 here. It's doesn't feel any different to yesterday.
Special project actualized.
Okay. He gained 100 experience and 350 society. That's fantastic. So that actually means he's doing nothing now, so get back to work. Actually, do I have any projects that need researching? There's an anomaly there. No, he's got someone on it. Need to get in there, but let's risk it. Thanks. It's always reassuring to have somebody check in on that for me. Wait. I don't know. 25. Hang on a minute. What technology did I... Oh, wait. Terraforming. Because I researched the terraforming technology, it's increased my habitability. It's not really worth the upkeep at this point, so that's just gonna sit there. Yeah, it feels bad, man. Nah, you're right, dude. It's all good.
Upscaling
You do your thing.
complete.
It's not a very exciting game anyway, grand strategy. It's more something that you just chuck on in the background and listen to people go through it. Snowball for this one. That's our highest research at the moment, so that'll be the fastest to keep us a snowball. You... Why?
Situation log revised.
Okay, that go to... do that, then do that. 11. Yuck. Gets exciting later when I kind of blunder my way into a war, or depending on what the end crisis is going to be. If it's a if I get the bloody war in heaven, that's gonna be interesting. Especially considering I'm behind on fleet power at the moment because I went for the economy. I kind of built a little bit tall, despite what this shows. We'll see how it plays out.
Upscaling complete.
Right. So he cut me off.
Potential market survey completed.
Bastard. Ah, you... You're a really big bastard. That's amazing. I really wanted that.
Special project actualized.
More experience, +3 engineering on this planet. Ugh. Go away. I want this. Extra alloys that I don't have to sacrifice minerals for. So chat, how are you liking the new Megacorp DLC? We've got a new encounter. Where are we? Yeah. That's, I believe, where is it? What's that? Recognize that. That's an Empire. It's a science vessel. So, somebody in here from the looks of it. I think we've just discovered them. The new Megacorp DLC. Have you played Stellaris? Or are you just checking it out? It was basically a complete economy rework. And they've changed a number of factors in the game. Like, they've actually given this a visible statistic now, instead of it being hidden and you just... It was based on... The old system was the more colonies you got, the more your costs increased. And it was kind of confusing on how those costs actually increased. Whereas this gives you an itemized section on where what's increasing it, how it's increasing it, and what your penalties are this time. Instead of, you know, gain a new colony, your tech prices go up a little bit. You don't know exactly by how much, so you can't predict if the next colony is really going to be worth it or not, because the percentage is actually variable. Alright, colony. Oh, that's pointless for me. Can't get there anymore.
Upscaling complete.
Right, build in there, please. You son of a bitch. Unless he hasn't activated the gateway. It doesn't look like the L gates yet either. Which will be kind of good, I guess. But at the same time, kind of not.
Future market survey complete.
Because if we can get that, well, depending on the outcome, as long as it's not space dragons, every other outcome's fine, because you can get the strategic resources that are in there. Right, so we're kind of... I'm going to have to actually expand in there, take all this.
Upscaling complete. Foreign market leaders request contact.
Okay, so just... Cartel, so another Megacorp. Oh, we do have the L cluster.
Situation log revised.
Interesting. So he's got an L gate. I knew there was somebody in here. A wormhole. Do you like me? No. Xenophobia. So you move there. Come down here. Can't actually. Yeah, I don't have that tech yet. Alright. Hurry up with your pop growth. Oh wait. Forgetting about these edicts. Where is it? There was one that cost food. Decision. So, grow faster. Faster. Grow faster. I don't feel too bad about doing that. So we had a fair amount of food stockpiled. And every one of these already has a pre-built farm on them, so, you know, once the pop actually grows, we'll end up getting more food. Yeah. That's the one I eventually want to terraform, because it's a perfect planet. Don't care about that.
Potential
that,
market survey completed.
Fantastic. How are we doing for... Still strong. Okay. Come on, hurry up.
Upscaling complete.
Fantastic. Hold all that, and then build that.
Incoming transmission.
Alright, research agreement. Who wants it? You know, look at it. Okay. Geo and Synergistics, that's them. Do they like me? They do. Nice, okay. Let's agree to that. And then we'll offer them a migration treaty. Then, if I can, I'll get in on aggression, which will happen very soon. And after non-aggression, we'll get defensive. So I'll have these two. So I don't hate you as much anymore. Still hate you, just not as much. It's like frenemy. Because they are all overwhelming. Damn it. Oh well. As soon as my pop grows, it'll be fine. I've got destroyers. Guarantee each of these has at least destroyers. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Research actualized.
Okay, that's more minerals. Oh, that's nice. But I kinda need that. But that's nice. But I kinda need that. Oh, fuck it. We'll you know, adapt, I guess. Blessed Pt.4 Foundation. Another... Oh no, okay, so this is the first empire I've come in contact with that is not a corporation. Where are they? Slow down, son. Oh, yeah. Cool. Assholes. Yep. You know what? You can have that too. Get out of my territory. Right. What we need is more. Still more. That's 3.79. It's decreased by 50%. So that should actually be double. Oh, you suck. Okay, so someone's actually immigrating in. Why are you growing him and not me? Okay. Good. Good. Dynafire, you two. Is it these guys? I think it might actually be them. It is. It's the other fungus people. Alright, so you can now build a building. We will build gene clinics. Can you hurry up?
Outlier identified.
Need one more for a gene clinic.
Potential market survey completed.
That's right, I didn't have enough influence at the time to do you, didn't I? Go away. Alright, you know what? Incredible. Elgate insight gained. Perfect. Oh, hang on a minute. I need, because that was... Gods, yes it was. You get up here. this. You were expanding so much for only 2 planets. Right, you need to head back to there. RSC's not really an issue, but kinda just need to keep it down, so it won't be an issue. Alright. Okay. If these guys are locking me in, then I probably should start considering forcing the ethics change. To do that, I need a militaristic faction to spawn.
Evading competitive fleet. Situation log revised.
Okay. Enclaves. Keeping any enclave station. Okay, we don't have access to any of those at the moment. They've all been taken. That's what these are. Refugees. Okay, so I should put that policy up. Full unique species, I don't care about that. Failing to outlaw the wholesale purging of species. How do I not? Refugees welcome. Okay. So that's those two. What was the other one? Fantastic. Direct genealogy. Legislating a passive stance of native interference will please them. I don't think I actually want that one. Because that would prevent me from uplifting. Which would create new slate,
complete.
Clients. Yes. New clients. Well, shit. Yep. So that's the thing. Let's see if I can pick them off this way. I probably won't be able to.
Mining platform lost. Mining platform lost.
Let's see if we can. Hopefully they can't reach it. If they can't reach it, then I should be able to pick them off. It's going to be a pain in the ass though. Because they're using drones. So that was this. There.
Mining platform lost. Mining platform lost.
They're not reaching. Perfect. Then this will be going double guns. If I can. Okay. Through our newly established contacts, we have gained access to a galactic marketplace for the purchase and sale of resources. This is surely to be a great boon for the Uthabul economy. So, market. It was one of these. It was F3. Okay. We have slave markets. Don't need slaves because slavery is outlawed in my empire. Can we buy modes? So that's not
Upscaling
worth
complete.
it at the moment. We'll add that later.
Outlier identified.
Okay. Hurry up. Up. What are you doing up there? Come back here, please.
Special project actualized.
Okay. Finding at the shrines, they recognized early on that a text in some lithographic script is inlaid within the walls, heavily distorted by the layers of translucent lacquer. Alright, basically they looked up and figured out how to read it properly. We can suppress it to gain influence, monetize it to get credits, we can get extra research from it, or we can change our ethics towards spiritualist and gain a hell of a lot of unity. Now, I don't mind doing that one because our ethics are automatically going to go back to where we were to start with. But that unity, the faction, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Alright, harmony next. Food consumption is reduced by 10%. And once it's all done, it'll be stability by 5% on all planets. But let's see what the faction's got to say about this. Yes, traditionalists. Empty shells. Allowing for the replacement of organic life with robotic workers will displease them. Don't care. Psionic pursuit. That's not happening. Embattled minority. It isn't a minority issue, so I really don't care. How much will it cost me to suppress you? Wow. You can just be pissy about it for a little while then. Did I build those? It's uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to this planet, evidently placed there by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. The monolith's flowing lines deftly, chart a history so fantastical they must surely be fictional. Surely. Alright, we'll just share them for the Empire. The annotated reproductions of the monolithic imagery found on Sysmac-3A prove immensely popular to my dudes. Many citizens state that the fantastical annals have completely changed how they feel about aliens. Excellent. 6 pops gain Xenophile, which isn't actually that bad. Wait. AI is outlawed? When did I do that? That's not what I wanted, that's not what I wanted, that's not... That is what I wanted. Did I outlaw AI? What? Yep, when I picked up the spiritualist attitude, it auto-changed it for me. Thanks, game. Love it. So let's see if we
Research
can revert
actualized.
this. Active political faction. Which faction is that? I think it might be this one. So I could embrace it if I had the ethics, the influence. Pacifist. So I don't care about them. That's materialist there. And that's Xenophile. Okay, so this is the one that we want. We'll have to save up the influence for that. Just to try and get rid of this spiritualist. That's pathetic. I hate that crap. As long as I don't lose that.
Potential market survey completed.
What? Oh no. What did I just complete? What did I just complete? I'm lost. Naval capacity. There we go. I need that. Get that up. Need that as quick as possible. While I am lagging behind them, it's not really an issue at the moment. Let's get counter research. Is there non-aggression? Why? Very good. Let's bribe our way into it. There we go, that should be enough. It wasn't enough. Son of a bitch. Cheeky bastards. Just need 1 point. Eventually trust will get us there. Maybe we might have to do another deal later.
Future market survey
That's fine,
complete.
though.
Upscaling complete.
Okay, so you're fine. Let's go twin guns. Is that range? Yes. Just hope it doesn't trigger all of them at once. If it does, that's kind of screwed, but it definitely makes it a lot easier for me with my pitiful ships to try and clear that.
Research actualized.
I'll take that. More research. Let's get ship components. We need to start working on the ships. Otherwise, we're going to be feeling the burn later. Stopped. Where are you? Oh, you're there. Go. Get busy.
Incoming inquiry.
There we go. That's what I was looking for before. Is there anything else? No. Perfect. Perfect. Gene clinic. Build that. Can you not build them, please? Build the snails. You know, my people. I know these are now my people, but they still share his ethics. So they affect factions. So build more snails, please. Eventually there'll be super aggressive slaving snails. I mean, client producing snails. Slavery is a bad word. Enforcing friends would be the best way to put it. Okay, so we've got the 2 guns up. Would it be worth? No, it wouldn't be. Least lethal instrument provinces? Okay. We have no desire. Conflict, where are you? Lethal instrument provinces. Okay, that's interesting. They don't like me because I'm a spiritualist fool. Economic power is superior. Give it time. I'll fix you all. Too many space stations. That's okay. We've only got 7 of them, so the upkeep
Upscaling complete.
is not that painful. Alright. Screw you then. Okay. So you've got the gene clinic.
Outlier identified.
Whatever, go away. A Union of Realms. Very nice. Okay. Go away. Just got insulted. What's that new one? There we go. Union of Peoples. They don't like me because they're xenophobic. That's cool. You can be xenophobic.
Upscaling complete.
Almost finished. A scan of a particularly massive asteroid. of whatever that says yields fascinating results. The rock's core is shot through with a network of conductive crystals carrying a weak electric charge. The crew on the ISS, whatever that name is, recognize this matrix as a primitive neural lattice and believe the celestial body to be thinking in some capacity, if not fully sapient. They seek permission to excavate the core and transport it to the nearest orbital station for closer study. So we can Picard it or make do with what you can. Let's see what happens, shall we? Oh, expertise Voidcraft. I'll take that. Once coaxed from beneath the crust of the asteroid, does not respond well to the vacuum of space. The science ship instruments read a sudden spike and oh no. Sudden energy spike moments before the rocky lump gently but decisively fractures. Large chunks of the conductive mineral are salvaged, but whatever spectral charge animated them is now gone. Good news, everybody. I just killed a rock. Yay, team. Can you...
Upscaling complete.
Thank you. Keep building. Right, now what I need to do... You've got piracy there, but it's not affecting me just yet. So, your gun batteries, which means that one. Yeah, that's the trade hub. So I can only do 2 jumps, which is out to here and there. That one. But that's being collected. How is that being collected? Ishmael. Ah, because I got a station in the system itself. Which means I probably need to put a station there, turn it into the trade hub as well to collect whatever is in this sector. There's 4 there, 2 there. So, fix it all up somehow.
Potential market survey completed.
Very good. Lovely jubblies. Alright, actually, let's do that now. Ugh. Alright. That is getting a bit much.
A system has been surveyed.
So I think what I need to do is get more research stations because it's just costing too much. I just don't have enough in reserve.
Upscaling complete.
Can't get rid of that. Like, can't get rid of any of it. You bastards. I can get rid of that one at least. And that. Be nice if I could buy research. For its storage cap. That actually means that we can probably end up turning more of that into consumer goods. Alright, 40% approval. Don't care about that.
Upscaling complete.
Good, that's dropping. That needs to rise again.
Starbase under assault.
Yep. So that idea did not work.
Upscaling complete. Upscaling complete.
Okay. A couple of people in our
Outlier
rivals.
identified.
Yeah, they That did not work at all, did it? Well, that sucks. That sucks a lot. Okay, astounding news from Flying Chip. Deep scans have revealed the unexpectedly large solid core of whatever that place is to be covered with the compressed remains of a sprawling medical complex millions of years old. Through intense mantle pressure of the gas giant severely limits the amount of data we can extract from the core surface. Science officer reports that the hidden structures match. Beyond a doubt, the technology used in the enigmatic L-gates. The crew hypothesizes that the place was a planetary medical facility created by the gate builders millennia ago. At some point, the complex was abandoned and its automated gas replicators ran unchecked for untold centuries, gradually converting the planet into a gas giant. Oh, 2 volatile gases though. I'll say that. Bye. It's been fun. Bloop.
Upscaling complete.
And it's gone. Damn. We'll have to do something about that.
Future market survey complete.
Get some destroyers, potentially get enough fleet power to move in there and actually do something in regards to that. We've got 2 months before shields are coming out. How's the...
Market outlier identified.
That's what I wanted. Right, so I have destroyers now. Let's see what your design is. Not too bad, actually. Might keep that one. Go home and do your thing. It's not a bad design. Healthcare, increase you. Cycling, don't care about that at the moment. That's not too bad. Okay, what we do need, I want to go back and actually check that. So, yeah, perfect. So the corvettes are picket ships, which means they have a chance at fighting these drones that are in there. That's the,
Research actualized.
what's the weapon type they're using? UV laser, fusion reactor. Combat rolls. Let's get fusion reactor out of the way. 19 more. Okay, so who's this? Lethal Instruments and Consumer Products. So these two are becoming friends. One of these down here rivaled someone before. Sneak Cartel. Okay. They're rivaled with them too. So they're overwhelming. Why are they wary of me? There's nothing to be afraid of. But I wonder if he's rivaled these two. Can I try and weasel my way into taking some of this territory if these two go to war? I can't declare it because I'm pacifist, but I have a defensive with this dude. Do I have one with him? No. If I was to rival him, I could definitely pull him if he declared on me. These two are likely to declare on him as well because they're also rivals. So I wonder, because he's got an L gate, I won't be able to get all the way down there, but that is a natural choke point. So I could at least take all of this without any issues, because I Severely doubt he's built up his stations. He's only got 2 planets. I wonder. Perfect. So that's that. I got plus 14, and even if it puts me into debt, I still have time to build more. So let's get. There it is. Alright, fine. Well, then we'll build this and let me build that then. Son of a bitch. I still don't know what that generates. Crash Scoutcraft. Extra research. Thank you. Odd factory worker.
A system has been surveyed.
So it's using a population, but it's not giving me anything for it. Alright, I need more amenities. What are we missing? Well, we're gonna get one more clerk to deliver amenities. Artisans should be making amenities. You know what? They'll survive. Yes, yes, yes. I can't do anything about that at the moment. Need a planet with more stuff before I can build more stuff.
Future market survey complete.
Well, that was certainly easier than I expected to hit cap, especially this early in the game with the economy reworks. What's this? Not interested. I do want to terraform that. That's nice. Guys, hurry up, please. Speaking of hurrying up. Okay. It's because of that. How painful can you get? It's brutal. We will survive. There it is. Some things you can't pass up though. 17. I know it's going to increase that even further, but damn. You are just circle joking at the moment, so go away, go home. Alright. Yep, sweet, so he's just declared it. Which will... So... Either an empire
Outlier
here,
identified.
or one in there. I'd say there'd be one in here because he hasn't taken that yet. They seem to be massive expansionists. What's in there? There's no connection to that. Interesting. What's the bet that that is one of these dudes' as precursors? So he's definitely rivaling Douche Nugget. They're also at war. The Kingdom of Winnick. So there must be one in there. Or down here. That is intriguing. Or potentially out this way. This is a war with somebody. We'll see what happens if he loses the territory.
Upscaling complete.
No way. Once he loses the territory, that'll let us know where everything is. All the theaters uses consumer goods. Can't justify that just yet. Still have a clerk that's not being used. Alright, so let's build. What do we get from this planet? Nothing. Fortuitous events. Perfect. Perfect. And building more research on a different planet.
Future market survey complete.
Awesome, go away. Yeah, I think of that. I'm only at plus 12. It's about to be decreased by this planet, I believe it is. Which one did I build?
Research actualized.
Okay, so the Nifra system is a sprawling graveyard of mechanical debris. The wreckage of untold numbers of derelict ships circle its star. Swathes of fuel and liquid coolant cloud our senses like ghosts, and creaking station remnants collide with the shattered carcasses of planets on their path around the sun. An incredible construct stirs in the heart of this graveyard. It appears to be a gigantic machine, a robotic automaton, larger than our greatest battleships, jury-rigged from scraps and pieces of 1,000 shipwrecks. The ISS, reports this scavenging robot sifts through the debris field with a fixed purpose, scrounging for useful parts to add to its patchwork configuration. It is clear a battle of astronomical proportions once took place here, though whether the scavenger is a sole survivor or a scrap hunter from some distant nation remains unknown. We should exercise caution, as the construct bears heavy artillery from dozens of warships. Oh, that's great. What's the bet? This is... yeah, it's boss. Where is it? It's not there. Why can't I see it? There it is. Get out of there, you idiot. Gas extraction, awesome. More minerals, more research, or motes. Stockpiling motes at the moment would probably be the best idea. So we'll grab you. Grab you. Because I can now harvest gases.
Outlier identified.
News of the encounter with the deep space construct of the gargantuan proportion is spreading throughout the corporation. While the entity does not appear to be of biological nature, its mere existence is has inescapable ramifications for the possibility of technology and mega engineering. We are but motes of dust. Are you getting out? No? You're gonna get annihilated. We'll offer tribute.
Evading competitive
What?
fleet.
How did that get set to passive? Alright. Stupid bloody AI science ships. Good one.
Ships upscaled.
Okay, fantastic. Still need the technology to increase, please. Monthly engineering research. I'll let it continue or scrap it. Boost. That'll definitely help long term. Need to try to catch back up. It's been too much time on my economy. But, you know, as you can see, the economy is set up. Kingdom of Winnig. These are the ones that are in a war. Where are they? Okay, so they are in here. They're in a war with these guys. Are they in a war with these ones? Yes, they are. They're friendly towards me. That's fine. I still might be able to bait them into a war with these lads.
Outlier identified.
Cool. Alright, well, let's change that then. Souls. Motes in there, which we are researching now. good energy at the moment, but is that going to carry over until later once I start building ships? We'll improve energy. Let's see if we can
Research actualized.
change that. Okay, fusion reactor is complete. Faster hyperdrive or shields? Well, we just finished deflectors. So, we might actually get shields. Tell him to upgrade. How is that going? Yeah. Tell you what, the auto best is certainly on top of things today. Marvelous. Extra 5% energy from jobs. Gene clinic. Gene clinic.
Market outlier identified.
Industries. Seeing the advanced weapons that our security forces are equipped with, several generals from the subterranean alien empire on Bovatir Prime have come forward requesting that we share some of our military technology. Our own officers are hesitant to do this, as it would make the aliens more difficult to defeat in battle should it ever come to that. If we refuse the request, however, the aliens are certain to view it as an insult. Okay. A 30% engineering decrease for 2 years. Well, 120 months. It's more than 2 years actually. What's that? Fuck, it's 10 years. Alright, let's actually see if we can. They're all the same. Let's build up some armies, just in case they decide to revolt. We'll land them on the planet.
Outlier identified.
Just in case. We don't want to give them the opportunity to steal this planet from us. Like, it's not the greatest planet. It's only a 19. But we certainly don't want to be losing planets, especially up here. Because that'd block our access to the wormhole. So,
Ships upscaled.
do what we can to avoid that. Alright, that's now worth 1,000. Okay, is exceptionally rich in minerals. Minerals that are unfortunately of no use to us. However, Science Officer Dagatun believes that many elements in the crust of the planet can be transformed into potentially more useful forms through positron bombardment. Sounds nice. The science ship has requested that the corporation set aside 100 energy credits. Yes, alright.
Situation log revised.
Go to research that. Continue after that. You know, I probably shouldn't have done that. It's just going to benefit this too. Repair the automated shipyard.
Situation log revised.
What do I need here? Construction ship. Okay. We have a defensive pact yet? No. Why no? Relative power, number of... Oh, they've got a few already, do they? Non-aggressive. Defensive
Special project
sales.
actualized.
Congratulations, I just got you an extra 6 minerals a month. You son of a bitch. Okay. Come on, get moving.
Potential market survey completed.
Okay. We're doing. Right, so there's more gases up there. Oh, you're getting fired. Arrested development. He's adaptable, but he's got arrested development. Goodbye. Research. Thank you. So, which system was it? Was this one? Bye. Not bad. Could be worse.
A system has been surveyed.
Good for that system. I'm so happy for it. Can't get down here and collect these so I can start saving them up. For future reference too, these strategic resources are eventually used as upkeep for your level 2 buildings. Just FYI. Not using anything. Looks like this is the only building that doesn't require upkeep.
Potential market survey completed.
Which is good. We don't want it to. Hurry up with this research. I'm just killing myself here. Every time I expand. Why did I not collect that? Such a fool. Perfect. Those pop-ups are exactly what you saw on screen. So, grab him. Recruit the general. Army morale. Yeah, we'll recruit him. And then we will combine them all together. And we will actually send... He's already here. Perfect. That was lucky. That was very lucky. It means we don't have to worry about moving him around.
Upscaling complete.
Perfect. Wait, what?
Future market survey complete.
Oh, I must have clicked on the wrong one. That needs to be taken care of. What's going on there? Okay. Large group of refugees from the underground alien empire on Pt.4 Prime recently streamed out of the tunnels onto the surface, chased by a small army. They're apparently part of some sort of religious minority and claim to be fleeing persecution. If we let them join our colonists on the surface, it will no doubt anger the rulers of the empire they fled from. However, if we let the pursuing army take them back underground, they will likely face mass execution. Send them back. That definitely fits in with how my empire plays. I feel bad about it, but you know. Oh well. Okay, so why?
A system has been surveyed.
Why is the food? Why is so much food being used? So I'm only producing 91, I'm using 98. Oh, what's the better bloody upkeep? No, it's not. Okay, they're good enough amenities. Consumer goods is not too bad. Always get more alloys. 6, so it'll cost 12. I think that'll be worth it, to be honest. But very shortly, it's going to need I'm gonna have to shut the planet down in terms of population shortly.
outlier identified.
Yay, more research. But, you know, that'll happen when it happens. Until then, we just gotta solve this food situation. No, I'm pretty sure it'll solve itself. It will. Oh well. Don't have to worry about it then. Got enough stockpile to write it out. Hello, Ice Warrior. Happy New Year to you too. Have you progressed to the new year as well, or are you still waiting for it?
Research actualized.
Please let that be. Oh, it is about damn time. I don't really care about this. Tile blockers are good. That's going to take too long. Let's get tile blockers. Go away. Spain. Actually, I love Spain. I'm a huge fan of that history internationally. Purely, I play another game by the same developers of this, which is Paradox, called Europa Universalis 4. And believe it or not, my favorite country, because you start in 1455, and my favorite country to play through in that campaign is Castile, which, as you know, becomes Spain once they have the marriage with Aragon. And it's like an amazingly interesting time period. So how's that for coincidence? I'm a huge fan of Spanish history. Yeah, alright, we'll give them food. But it's currently 3:20 in the morning.
Future
here in
market survey
Australia, so
complete.
we've been in the new year for, well, obviously almost 3.5 hours now. Nothing's really changed from last year, I tell ya. Mind you, it's only been 3 hours, so who can tell? Alright, hurry up with that. Ah, yeah, I am an idiot. I forgot to build more ships. Okay, so I can take that to 50. I can take it to 30 because my commander's an idiot. Yeah, a lot of history. As long as you stay away from those Habsburgs again, everything will be okay. Bloody Austria, man. How much trouble did they cause way back in the day? Von Habsburgs. What's it about? It's basically, if you enjoy grand strategy, what this is, you get to design an empire. So you can pick, yeah, I'll show you. You get to pick what they look like, what the governing ethics of the race are. Then you get to pick the civics of the empire itself. So, you know, it's kind of like backstory, like how did the empire form, blah blah blah. Then you got modifiers, and then essentially what it is, your empire's just hit the capability of space flight. So you've just unlocked the hyperdrive. You then go out and you can either conquer the galaxy, you can do it through military, or you can subvert everybody by, you know, diplomatic takeovers and such, or you can buy them out. Like, you build yourself up to the point where you're so economically and technologically powerful that you can just turn them into a vassal out of fear of that, you know, you'll just face roll them. But essentially, what's it about is, I'm this guy and I want to own all of this in a nutshell. How you do it is just, it varies so very differently. I'm playing a pacifistic materialist empire at the moment, purely because of stat bonuses. You can weight everything severely in your favor. So I get, as you can see, Roughly 4 lines down it says the administrative capacity is 80, so I can have a much larger empire before I suffer the penalty, which is just below that, and then below that a little bit further is what the penalties are. Materialist is another ethic that enables me to essentially get more energy credits and then more minerals and all sorts of other resources as a bonus, just because that's the way my civics are. Which, no, apparently I'm a spiritualist at the moment, which comes down to a modifier which was caused by one of these factions down in here, which is a pain in the ass. But that's what I was, which was a materialist. It gives you an idea of what you can have because of it. Now I'm a spiritualist, so yay for that. I do need to get this back up to where it was. I need to maintain it above 50%, I believe it is, to maintain the fanatic pacifist modifier, which I've lost. And apparently I'm now a xenophile, which means I like people. But if you love your grand strategy games like Sid Meier's Civilization or things like that, it's essentially the same sort of game, but they've fed it a whole bunch of crack. There's 80% of the game that I haven't even had a chance to explain yet. Like the combat side of it, I haven't had a chance to visit because we haven't been involved in it. But to give you an idea, every one of these things creates a modifier. Same with these, which is compounded by the leader that you've got, his modifiers, like his levels. There's so much. It's essentially rock, paper, scissors on steroids and crack and all sorts of performance enhancing things that you can think of. Did that explain it well enough for you?
Potential market survey completed.
You're not there yet. Unity. Yeah, here we go. Even more modifiers. We don't need to motion. We do need. Oh, but that'll make everybody stay a spiritualist. Let's just grab that and see if I can force the ethics change back to materialist. I don't have the 500 influence though. And it's not greater than 20%. Okay, so it looks like I'll need to suppress them. There we go, they increased by 3%. That's 12%, that's pretty good. No, you're welcome, dude. Stick around if you want to learn more about it. I'm approximately... Hang on, let me just alt tab, I'll check the stream time. I'm about 6 hours into this playthrough, and what you can see here, it's not a quick game. Some people can spend 100 hours on a playthrough. My average is about 35 to 40. I'm maybe just under 100 years away from the mid-game crisis, and then the end-game crisis will be 125 years after that. So I think it's set by default at 2400, or is it 2450? I forget, they changed it. But yeah, we're about to hit the mid-game crisis, which, knowing my luck, is going to be one of these guys just exploding and swallowing the galaxy. As long as my endgame crisis is not War in Heaven, we should do pretty well at the moment. That's where these guys, which are the Fallen Empire, these guys are millions of years old and they're super strong, like all over the board. As long as he doesn't wake up, because he's stagnant at the moment and hates another one. There's an empire in there actually. You'll probably find that there'll be another one over here, more than likely out here as well. Will be another stagnant empire. As long as they don't wake up and hate each other and go to war, which forces everybody to pick a side or stay neutral, which is bad news, we should be okay. Even if we get, there's 5 different types of endgame crises, and a 6th that's unofficial, but it relies on a race doing a specific thing to trigger it. War in Heaven, in my opinion at least, and my opinion varies greatly, it's other streamers that do this, is potentially the worst, because you can have super strong normal empires that choose to pick a side, and then you'll fight them plus these guys if they get subsumed, depending on which type of stagnant ascendancy wakes up. The Praetorian Scourge, which is basically, if you follow Warhammer 40k, it's the Tyranids. Don't really care about them because you can wipe them out. You can wipe out the Unbidden if you react quick enough, and the AI one won't affect me because I don't have robots, so I just don't care. Eventually, what's happening at the moment is we're doing a playstyle called snowballing. Very, very early in the game, I crippled myself, really. I've completely not focused on the military aspects. I've been focusing on the economy. Once I've got a stable economy, you can start building up the research. And then once your research gets to a high enough level, you just start snowballing. So your power escalates out of control, and none of them can keep up with you. But as I said, I'm crippled for the early game. Like at the moment, my friends that I've been able to wrangle, just essentially by bribing them, they're all overwhelming, and they should, if I had played it properly, they'd all be equal. But I would be slightly ahead in technology compared to theirs, and my economy would be slightly ahead of theirs, and my home base controls the galactic market. So there's like 1,000,001 different ways to play this game. It's not quite as in-depth as Europa Universalis 4, but it's got its own various degrees of difficulty. Like, if you don't pick when to pull out of the snowballing for research or economy and stuff, you can severely limit yourself and then put yourself into a downward spiral that you can't catch up. I think I'm catching up at just the right time now, but we'll see. We will definitely see. I may have
A system has
stuffed
been
it.
surveyed.
So that's a normal gateway. There's an L gate down in here that I do want eventually. I don't think I'm gonna get it.
Upscaling complete.
If you got any other questions, man, ask away, hey. That's the whole point of this. I do a lot of these playthroughs as kind of tutorial without trying to sound like a douchebag. I like to teach other people how to play these games because, yeah, it certainly is. EU4 is also Paradox. They're a Swedish company. I like to teach people how to play this because, you know, I think they're highly underrated. There's so many game mechanics and stuff in here. It's one of those games that just really makes you think. And for me, that's a huge part of gaming. That being said,
Market
every
outlier
other stream
identified.
day, every alternate stream day, I play Battlefield 5, so it's bloody all over the place, really. So some days I like thinking, and some days I just don't. EU4 is a really good game to get into if you like thinking. Ah, get out of it! You... Really? I only just got you because of your stuff. Bye. Bad. That's kind of not what I need, but you'll do. Ah. And that's a negative of impact that happened just then. One of my leaders became a substance abuser, which decreases his lifespan by 20 years. So good job, guy. For a tip, don't do drugs. So that only perfect. More research on a planet that I can't use. Thank you. Bastards.
Future market survey complete.
Okay. care about that. What I need to do, I believe, is create a second fleet. Put destroyers in it. Let's go 13 of them at the moment. I'm just limited at the moment severely.
Market outlier identified.
Was this, you learned about EU4 recently? I checked it. Future theme? Yeah, future themed games, I'm a huge sci-fi nerd. Well, there's various different ways that you can play this. You can play your quick styles, so you can pick a really small map and you can go through it. You can actually change the technology up here and the Unity requirements. You can decrease those with a slider when you pick the game that you're playing, so you know everything's cheaper. You can play a much faster style. You pick the militaristic ethics with the authoritarian ethics with the materialist ethics, and you can just, you know, face roll everybody because you earn more income. You can enslave the empire. I mean, you can forcefully make them your friends. I played Eve a lot too, man. Or you can just, you know, kill all of them. I played Eve. I ended up, I've given away 2 100 million skill point characters, both to the same family member, and he loves them. But I'll play it for a few years and then drop out, and then play it for another few years and then drop out. My latest character that I gave away was only a small one. She was only, I think, 26 million skill points. It was enough that she was a seat jockey for Dreadnoughts. But yeah, I gave her away too. Just doesn't capture my attention, especially considering CCP sold it to the company that owns Black Desert Online. That, and I hated the Omega and Alpha clones. I understand trying to bring more people to the company, but I need to fix that. If you want people to pay to play your game, it does a bit. That's why I changed it from enslaving to forcefully making friends. That's 10 devastation, all pops are angry, happiness minus 20%. This is the underground civilization that's on one of the planets. It's a random event that occurred. Or I can piss the... I'll turn the other cheek. It'll make our pops angry, but it means our planet won't be invaded by the douchebags that live underground. We'll land them there. Translating explorers text. Don't need the economy
Situation
boost,
log revised.
so send them home, translate them. It'll put society on hold for a bit, but it's just a tile blocker. I'm not too worried about that at the moment. But if you ever decide that you want to get it, man, like, add me. You can find me on Steam, roughly the same name. And I host multiplayers sometimes. Forceful friendship. Well, I am Australian, dude, so, you know, we were once forceful friends of the British as well. Now we're just casual friends. So I get where you're coming from.
Future market survey
Basically
complete.
a country full of prisoners if you know our history.
Market outlier identified.
Alright, so you've landed, perfect. Oh, we got a gift from the people that live underground. How kind. Already at bloody resource cap. Give me something useful, like technology or Unity or something. So you're going okay. I really need more shipyards, but it is what it is. Come on. So where is the second set of ships? That's the first set. Yeah. That's the mob that's building it. That's decreasing. Wow. That's being used. Where's... Oh wait, it's not going to show up until the bloody fleet's completed. Cheeky bastards. Stop giving other people modifiers.
Future market survey complete.
I know he's my friend, but I don't want to give him so much free crap. Alright, so the visible difference. So this is a space station. It's defined by this icon here. All the planets that you see with the nations, so this is the flag when you zoom out just far enough to see it. These are the planets, the ones that have it on the left hand side of the title. So these are his planets in here. Just realized how many planets this dude's got. It's heaps. Whereas old mate down here, he's only got 2, but he has all these as space stations. And then all the other ones are just individual systems that he's captured by building. This is going to get confusing. Mini space stations. It's a completely different thing. So to capture it, what I do is, if I was able to, you just declare war on Dave over here, because Dave said something about your mum and we don't like him because of that. So you click on him, you would click on that button, it'd bring up a pop-up. I can't do it because of my well, I'm friends with him. Can I try it on this dude? I might be able to show you on this guy. Yeah. Oh no, we can't because of our war philosophy. It brings up another menu, and then we say, I want to have this, and this system. It'll cost me influence. And then I take my fleet of pew-pews over here. I fly them out by right-clicking, for example. I would jump into the system. I'd blow up the middle bit. If it was a... Now, if there's so many different types of wars. If it was a... I've forgotten the term of it, but there's a style of war. It's basically all-out war. It's whatever you capture. So if I was to blow up the station in this system, it reverts to my control, and then that system's permanently mine. Or there's a claim style of war, which means I have to control the systems that I've claimed to get the ticking war score bonus for EU4. Like, same thing from EU4, sorry. Other than that, I would come to the planet. I would essentially just sit with my fleet over here. It shows up a right-click menu. This is, you know, bombard, or you would just right-click on it if you were at war, and it would auto-do it. And then once you've bombed it to the point where this hit, I can't see it because that's not mine. So when this here has decreased to the point where his armies are, you know, basically almost dead, I then bring my armies over, right click on the planet and invade it. If I succeed in that fight, thanks for the follow, dude, you're a legend. If I succeed in the fight, I win, and that planet is now mine. If I don't succeed in the fight, then my armies are dead and I have to build more. Once I control enough of his system, his fleets, his war exhaustion, again like EU4, will get him to the point where he has to basically quit the war. If I've claimed the systems that I wanted, like if it was these 4 here, if I own all of them and I claimed all of them before the war times out due to exhaustion, then these 4 systems are mine. This one won't be, because I didn't have a claim on it and it wasn't a part of the initial declaration. That would just, so for him, he would actually have that revert to his control, and then I'd have to get my guys out of there. You do that a few times and then it's all over. Just like EU4, you cannot take a nation all at once. The modifiers in this, well, especially the new Leguin update, won't let you. There's just not enough time to do it. You won't have enough of the fleet powers, 1400. You'd need 3 or 4 fleets to cap most of it, and then at the end of the day, you wouldn't be able to keep most of it. because you then have to put a claim in it for that, or for that, or for that, or for that, unless you are total war. If you are unconditional war, whatever you can take before his exhaustion times him out is yours. Those are the ones I like. That is set up. I won't be able to show you the edict, but down here, unrestricted wars, you would need that to get access to the unconditional war, which is just essentially what Hitler tried to do and failed, thankfully. I'm not even going to make jokes about him, he was just a prick. Oop.
Outlier identified.
But yeah,
A system has been surveyed.
and that's just one of the two that I've explained. There's a defensive war, so you can conquer, if he declares war on me, I can beat him back, conquer his planets, but I won't be able to keep anything because it's defensive, even if I was to put claims in afterwards. Then there's liberation wars. We're supporting someone that is a vassal of him. When they try to rebel, we then go to war. We can conquer all this. We won't be able to keep it. Only the vassal can take systems or planets. But yeah, it's incredibly complex. If you do end up having, you know, an hour or so each night, you could eventually just play one of this over a couple of weeks. I've done it before while working. What other questions you got for me? Thank you for this gift. Is that enough to complete precursor chain? No, I need one more. So this guy just get... Which one of them gave it to me? Not him. Anyway, one of these lads around me found... So when there's only 2 left, it must take ages to win. Not necessarily. Typically when there's only 2 left, they're the strongest 2. So, you know, you're going to declare war on them, and it's going to be the first couple of fights that'll decide it. Whichever side takes the least amount of damage in the first few fights will, in the long run, win it. Because I know you can replace ships and stuff, but you know, ships cost alloys to build. They take time to build. If you've got a heavy alloy income and you've got all the modifiers that decrease your building speed, yeah, you got a chance of coming back from that for sure. But still, you want to try and not lose as many ships. And there is a way of doing that as well. In your ship designer, and this is what I was talking about before with modifiers, at the moment I'm using auto-generate designs because it didn't turn out too bad. So I'm doing, as you can see, the red is the penalty, and I believe it's green. I'm colorblind, sorry. The one below the red is the positive. So I'm doing extra damage to armor but less to shield. But that's reversed with the second ship. Alright, so if they're using all armors, you would then go, alright, sweet, we'll just turn around, we'd use all lasers. If they're using a mixture like I am, they'd have to use a mixture like that. Alternatively, they could also use drones, which is, well, it's like real world drones that come out of carriers. If they've got drones, alright, sweet, so we would go in and we would use a different style of ship with drone killing weapons. And then we'd probably go 1 of each just to even it out, and then we'd go 2 shield, an armor, and probably afterburners because it makes them move faster. And there's your picket ship, and that's a stylish ship that you can use as a counter. So yeah, you set up your ships, and you do that by essentially, in endgame, you're going to have a technology that allows your sensors to see pretty much out to here, so you would see what type of ships they are, so you can click on them, you can then view what their build is, and then if he's the last dude alive in your campaign, you set your ships up exclusively to annihilate him, and then you just, you know, stick your middle finger up at him and you go to town. and that'll be all she wrote with him. But your typical war, you can have, depending on the power difference between the two, you could probably have it over and done with in 25 minutes, half an hour. You can have your extended war, like, you know, if you're at the strength where you can take on one of these fallen empires, it might last an hour to 2 hours, because they have, depending on the empire, 2 or 3 fleets that are worth about 100,000 apiece. To give you an idea of how strong that'd be, my best one's 1.4k, and even then mine's completely underpowered compared to my friends, because I went for the economy research snowball instead. So yeah, mid-game crisis is coming very shortly. These guys, I reckon, are going to wake up and become a Khan and just eat me. I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but we'll see what happens. I've probably killed myself by trying for the snowball and leaving it too late to up the military, but you know, it's a risk. If you don't take risks, you don't win. Like, every war that you do is a risk as well. Alright, so need a leader. Nice. Also nice. That's the box full of liquids. Where was that? No? Should really read these things properly. Was it it? No. The hell was it? I don't know, you're right, man. I can concentrate while answering questions, dude. It's perfectly fine. It's a shipyard. Where's the speed demon? Nah, lost it. It's gone. Don't care. Okay then.
Situation log
Let's open the
revised.
box. Now, if I remember correctly, red has been changed. It's no longer lifespan. It's now other species like you more, which throws me off. So I'll have to pick one of the other colors this time. Should you go for Stellaris and the DLCs? Which one would I recommend most between Stellaris and EU4? That's personal choice, definitely. I have both, and I've got all the DLCs for both. If you prefer real world history, because Paradox is they've like very firm eye for detail for real world history, then EU4. If you prefer space and ships and pretty explosions and shit like that, then definitely Stellaris. If you're gonna go for DLCs, pretty much you need all of the DLCs for EU4, which makes it a very expensive game to buy. If you were going to go for Stellaris, the only DLC that you would need, I would say, would be Megacorp, because it's the one that changes all the game mechanics. Utopia and Apocalypse, while they are nice and they add an extra few features, like Apocalypse adds Titans and oh my goodness, V42, Thy Narwhale, Prince of Pennies, Coil Gun, Burnham Blunts, Tiger Doll. How we doing, guys? Dark Diplomat. I love you, man. I will get you back for that Biddy War. That's coming, Dark. I have not forgotten. Assassin, Lone Star, Rat Killer, Sergeant Nope, Madness. Oh, and the Boss Bender. How are we tonight, guys? Did I miss anybody? Midlife Crits. If I've missed anybody, I'm extraordinarily sorry. I'm the Duggernaut. That is a great name, man. Completely love that. Thank you for the follow, Lone Star. Oh man, I'm loving the stream too. Oh no, Dark, you're not getting away with this. Anybody that's in my chat right now that was here before these awesome lads came through, please pick all of these people out, find them, follow them. They are absolutely deserving of it. It's a team called B42, and honestly, it's the best community you can be a part of. Oh my goodness, I need to alt tab to keep up with these follows. So what have we got? We've got Thy Narwhale, and what else have we got? Slow down. I can't keep up. Burnham Blunts, Thy Narwhale, and Slubs is breaking me, so I can't see who it is. Stop it. I don't deserve any of this, guys. So who have we got? We've got Sith Lord Knight, Rex 1424, Assassin. This hasn't been updated. This was like, no, it is. Lone Star, Sailor Plasma, Thy Narwhale, Burnham Blunts, Midlife Crits, Assassin, Rex, Sith Lord, Anonymous, Rundeezy. I see you hiding in there. How you doing, guys? Prince of Panties. That's awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. And you complete. Oh, and Longwell is here. How are you, Longwell? All of you just completely. And CF Punk, C-Funk, sorry. Coil Gun, thank you for the follow. I was in the middle of explaining something to Ice Warrior. Now you made me lose my spot. That's twice you guys have done this to me. Good job. Right, where was I? Oh, the difference between Stellaris and EU4. One requires so much more brain power than the other. I personally prefer Stellaris. For me, it's quick, it's easy. I can have the entire campaign over and done with in 25 to 30 hours. EU4 takes so much longer than that. Yes, yes, Diplomat, I see you there. And I saw what you wrote before. I haven't forgotten. That bit war will continue. You're not going to win this one. But yeah, definitely Stellaris for your Ice Warrior, mate. I reckon you'd enjoy it a lot more if you like your sci-fi futuristic campaigns and such. Did I miss any of these follows? If I did, please accept my apology. You guys broke me again. Nintendo Freck 64, thank you for the follow. Again, yeah, if you've got to find everybody that was in this chat just now and give them a follow, give them a sub, give them whatever, because they're definitely deserving of it. On refresh, I want to see who that is. And Sergeant Nope, there he is. Ah, more than welcome, dude. More than welcome. Oh, also, B42, Happy New Year's. It's 3:53 AM here in Australia, and I'm currently in 2019. No, I don't know the lottery results, so don't ask. But Happy New Year's, guys. Much love to all of you. Now, you're more than welcome, Ice Warrior. More than welcome. And if you do end up getting it, man, give us a shout out on Twitch. We'll do a multiplayer. I'm more than happy to walk you through most of the gameplay. Thank you, C-Funk. Much love. I've completely lost my place. I have no idea what I was doing. No, I was building them for some reason. Yeah, I was building them for this. Because that was another random spawn. All these 1000 power space stations that decided they were going to eat all my stuff. Which wasn't very kind of them, but I need to do it because they've got 34 minerals in there, which is what that is. But yeah, if you end up getting Stellaris, man, hit me up. Who was that? Hazard does. I didn't say that right, did I? Hazard us. If I murdered your name, I'm so sorry. I really am. Forgive me. It's like 4 AM in the morning. I've been awake since, wow, this time yesterday really, so I'm exhausted. What was I doing? Yeah, so EU4, if you love real world history, if you love the longer style campaigns, there is probably 60 or 70% more modifiers in EU4 than there is in Stellaris, so there's so much more to take to be aware of. Like in terms of combat, I can think of maybe 12 to 13 modifiers instantly without going back and looking at it properly that you need to be aware of before you start every single fight. EU4 is a little bit less relaxed. It's still just as punishing though. Like if you make the wrong mistake at the wrong time, it will punish you. So you do your very best, especially when you're playing Ironman, which is what I'm playing right now. There's no save files. It's auto-saved, and you can't reload your automatic save every time you quit out. So if you Alt F4 to rage out of the game, it auto-saves it for you, which means that's where you're picking it up. So if you make a mistake, that's that's the mistake done. There's no chance of recovering from that. So yeah, once you get more experienced, Ironman's the way to go, because that way you can unlock the achievements. Achievements just mean people are like, oh wow, he's done this, woohoo, fantastic. It's nothing special, doesn't give you anything in the game, just, you know, makes you feel good. What other questions have you got for me, Ice? What's this? Kingdom of Winnig is humiliated, reducing their and pop. Good job, Paradox. That's good English right there. Alright, so that war's over. So it's 10 years before they can have another one. Start with base Stellaris, and then you'll go for Megacorp later. Yep, no worries. I would immediately go for Megacorp, just because there's such a huge playstyle difference between base and normal. How do you destroy your opponents? It depends on what your war stats are. If I'm playing a pacifistic race at the moment, which means I can't just willy-nilly change my wars because this is the only option there. But if you have unrestricted wars, which is like militaristic, authoritarian, then yeah, you can declare war on anybody, and essentially you don't even really need a reason, especially if you're playing a machine empire or a devouring swarm. Anybody with that whole I hate everybody for no particular reason will allow you to just declare. Another option is, depending on what ethics you've picked, you can click on a system. Once you've got the system selected, down here you can claim the system. It tells the empire that you want this system, and you know it was always yours. Essentially you make up a crap story, and then you can go to war over that. As long as you capture this system before the war's finished by selecting it in the panel when you declare, that's yours. Or if you're a machine empire, like a determined exterminator, like the Borg from Star Trek, if you're a nerd like me, you can just you know, wipe everybody out for no particular reason. So you got Driven Assimilator. They're the ones that subvert all the populations you take over, you know, bring them into the fold. That's Star Trek Borg. Then you've got Determined Exterminator, which is the Warhammer 40k Necrons. That's basically you're alive and let's make you unalive. Devouring Swarm. Not a problem, mate. I'll be here if you ever want to join in and pick up some more tips. I'm not the very best at this, but you know, I've got 600 or 700 hours under my belt and I'm still learning. But yeah, quite happy to share my knowledge. thanks for the follow. That was fantastic. Much love. Who knows? Maybe next time I'll turn my webcam on for you. It takes up so much of the screen that's like so much of this game is vital information, and I feel unless I was to put it right here in the middle of it, it just, I don't know. I'll put it on for Battlefield. Like, nobody cares about the information on the side panels in Battlefield.
Market outlier identified.
What else do you need to know, Retax? I didn't say that right, did I? Alright, so you need more ships. So you're expecting 11 more. I'll see you next time, Ice Warrior Man. Good chat. What have we got? I got it right. Fantastic. Fair warning, if you stick around and keep following with the channel, I mess up everybody's name. Like half the guys that came through before are really cool blokes. They're all from Team B42, and some of their names that throw me out every single time. So I flub most of them, but you know, it's pretty good. Beautiful people, like absolutely amazing people. But what do you know? Another election. You'll long live. Alright. Oh, I've actually got influence this time. Fantastic. So I kind of want him. Pop growth explodes, which is good. There's 4 houses left. There's 1 district left. Need more amenities, but ah, damn it, I can't make any more, which means I do need to build another district because they have clerks which produce amenities. You know, high amenities means more happiness and less crime. Less crime. So crime's pretty good actually. It's not too bad. Can I kill any of these yet? No, I can't. Damn it. What about these? No. Ooh, I don't think I saw that before. That's nice. I'll say that. So at the moment I've kind of killed myself a bit, waiting so long to get my military back up, but you know, I've got a stable economy. Research is starting to snowball hard once these planets are built up, but yeah, everybody around me, I've been able to nab 2 of these defensive packs, so you know, if people can go to war with me, they're fighting 2 others, but even this guy, he's overwhelming fleet strength compared to mine. You've only got 50 hours game time. Yeah, they actually changed that. It used to be F3, which confused the hell out of me to start with. Yeah, your situation log was F3, but I'm currently 11th because of how long I waited to actually get back into military. But if you check out, oh, they've removed all those options. Remember how there used to be before Leguin? There used to be that sub tab. It'd be like the economic victory, the expansion victory, the war victory, things like that. I really wanted to see what my plus 912. Oh no, it's my. I'm just letting everybody down at the moment. Technology's 281. Okay, so except for the advanced AI starts, I'm doing pretty good technologically wise. Oh well, I may have just ruined myself, but we'll see. It's still early days. Not too fast. One of the things that I'm not really enjoying about the new update, and it's only one particular
Outlier
thing,
identified.
and that's got a lot to do with the admin cap. Because if you play as the Machine Empire, which is one of my favorite styles to play as Stellaris, all of your pops cost so much more energy. If you've got a high mineral income, you can kind of balance it with your internal market, but it's still going to stay there unless you can find ridiculous systems like this, or you know, you get planets with incredible, absolutely incredible generating districts. I hate this planet because it's only bloody, what, size, what is it? What did I click on? Which one did I click on? Oh no, it's the Gaia planet, so that's a size 19. Alright. It's got 7 blockers on it. But I love it because it's mainly energy, but then you come across to some of the smaller ones, like this is a 10. Like, that's useless. Yeah, Machine Empire is Necrons. How are you today, Nixie? Oh no, that's not actually correct. A type of Machine Empire is Necrons. So the Determined Exterminators is Necrons. The Driven Assimilators is Star Trek Borg. And then you've got the Rogue Servitors. Sci-fi. They'd Soylent Green, basically. Be the Rogue Servitors, the robots that take care of the humans enough, and then just there's actually something in here where Rogue Servitors have to have a biological pop that they have on their planets, and you can kind of Soylent Green the dead. But yeah, Machine Empire was incredibly difficult for me, especially in Ironman. Though I did find a way to counterbalance it. If you actually do bother to build up these ag districts, there's a building you can put on the planet that turns 20 food into 20 energy credits every month. I know it's 2 districts down from the planet, but when you consider the... Alright, so consider the energy income from this, right? The 2 jobs from the generator district is only 8 energy. So if you can get planets with multiple of those, I don't remember what they're called, but if you can produce food as Machine Empire, you can turn that like 1-to-1, so 20 food, 20 energy. The problem is, I worked that out about 35 hours into the playthrough because it was my first Leguan playthrough, and none of this made any sense whatsoever. I was like, oh, where's the amenities? What am I doing? Oh, there it is. Okay, sweet. What I need? What do I need to make amenities? Entertainers. Not knowing that clerks also make amenities. It threw me right out. Once you learn what jobs make what, it just becomes so much simple. And then you get those stupid things like this. Like, I had no idea what that meant the first time I saw that. I just started panicking. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, is this gonna ruin me? But, you know, it's just... I am thankful that they've changed that now. So this is now visible and it's not hidden away. But I'm hating the Megacorp penalty. Because if I wasn't a Megacorp, that'd be... the tech cost would be 7.4. Not 14.8. To give you a rough idea of how bad that is, that's what do we got? That's a tile blocker, and it's costing 5,700. It should be 3,000. So that's nasty. I saw what you tried to do there, Nixie. Cheeky Steam message. Doesn't show up in Streamlabs, mate.
Potential market survey completed.
So what's your current playthrough, Retax? Hurry up. Go away. You can make a boot, but I can just ignore it. You have none of... Sick of mouse wheeling in the wrong spot. Oh, hello? You can upgrade. Upgrade, I said. I said no upgrade button. Oh, what's that? That's Gene Clinic. Okay, that's nice. let's get... Oh, that's right, I need to wait for that to... I'm trying. I'm still learning all of the things. Leave me alone. I'm a newbie.
Future market survey complete.
Hurry up. But yeah, Retax, what's your current playthrough? Like, how far are you through it at the moment? Yes, I know my resources are full. Fantastic. I really need to get rid of that.
Special project actualized.
Yay! So that's done. Fantastic. So that... Oh, that's... These guys, why do they care about them? Everybody's hating on these ones at the moment. Don't know why. So, I just repaired the shipyard. Where's my ship? There it is. Go home. Unfortunately, that counts towards cap, which means I need to cancel a few of these. Oop, sorry, just knocking stuff over on my desk. New race, Romulan Empire, 2350. That's mid-game crisis era, man. What happened when you loaded it up? Did you have any marauders or anything? Start wrecking shop? You get down here and build them. Move it. Oh, Stellaris, man, nobody can fault you if you don't remember it correctly. There's so much going on in this. Okay, so you...
Outlier identified.
Stop with the research things. Expansionist. That is actually really beneficial. Where is it? No. Ah, it's
Future market survey complete.
There it is. So, do you remember what your traits and ethics were? Because, oh, that's it. You're gone. Get out of there. I'd be interested in playing a race like that. That tickles my nerd bone. Can I get rid of any of those? You need to hurry up. Huh. Deceptive giant. Okay. Right. Finally.
Potential market survey completed.
Yes, stop. I want the research labs, but the other one's taking so long to build that. So, food's good. Consumer goods good. They've got enough amenities, which you can tell on the bottom left of this pane. Always not bad. I could always do with more. Hey, you're right, man. Take your time. Unity's always good. I probably should have Unity. It's also more amenities. That's only a plus. Okay, so yeah, I'll do that and then upgrade that. Complete opposite of what this plan is doing, because he's building that first and then a research lab. What do we got? That needs to hurry up, but it won't if I don't unpause it. So 90 days left. I don't think I can change your makeup?
Potential market survey completed.
Can I?
A system has been surveyed.
Alright, so red makes other people like me more. I've explored that one before. I don't know what the green or blue one do since the new update, so I know all these have been changed. I don't know what they are. Red one used to be strength. No, it used to be... No, it was strength. Blue was species life span. And green was something. So let's see what green is. Okay. It means I can colonize potentially more planets. This one's automatically gone full green. And that one's still 60%, so you can go jump off a bridge. Okay, hurry. Come on.
Upscaling complete.
Thank you. Ugh. Okay, done. So you don't need housing districts yet.
Research actualized.
Damn time. That's more energy. That's bigger space stations. That's... They know how to stick it to you a bit, don't they? That's really cheap. Let's get that. 56 months. My goodness.
Market outlier identified.
Yes, yes, yes. Anyway, what do I need to really do? I think I need to start switching around my... So, that doesn't work. Do we have... Ah! So annoying. So you're translating. That one's busy. Do I have a warp field theorist? No. Alright, so I can't play switcheroonies with the scientists. Which means unfortunately I have to just stick it out with what we've got. Unity income's not too bad, so we're going through that pretty quickly. Another +4. See, none of this is actually worth anything to me. I'm just increasing all mate's bloody stuff. Human mandate. Yes, we have no desire for conflict. Not yet, anyway. Give it time. Where did they spawn in? What? Where are they? I think I'm losing my mind. I swear that just said...
Research actualized.
Wow. Disruptor will help me get rid of shields late game. Plasma thrower is probably better for armor. These later stages, so auto has changed. What have they changed? Shields 3, okay. That's actually not too bad. I am going to stick with the auto upgrade. Seems to be doing its job. Really?
She was gonna dis-
Okay. Welcome to the galaxy, I guess. Noobs. Congratulations.
War declared.
Right, so... These nerds. Now warring with these nerds. Over what? Why? Can't tell you. Not a clue. Right, he is unemployed. Get a job. Which means food. You're now a farmer. And then we'll actually build one more of those to get the amenities back up as well. It'll take a little while to actually be used, but not used. A little while before that gets solved. The signal originates from the remains of an antenna-like structure. Exploratory probes were dispatched from the ISS to the surface to investigate the matter more closely. While science officers, not even going to try, found a cavernous vault that was easily pried open. It was evidently the last safe house and refuge of some long-dead race. These are the people that uploaded themselves to computers. Good on you.
Situation log revised.
Search. Finish that when you're done. Okay. I still need to go down and play fisticuffs with this system.
Upscaling complete. Potential market survey completed. Special project actualized.
350 now, 500 now. That could potentially give me a vassal later. Yeah, we'll keep that. Or it might keep as a knowledge. It might make them happy towards me. Especially if I give it to them, if they ask for it at least. They probably won't. They're assholes. They really don't like me. I'm a spiritualist fool. I didn't want to be a spiritualist fool. Alright, you are burning up too much of my income, so you're gone. I wanted to keep them, but they're not very good. And you can't upgrade any of this, the weapons or components on the ships, so unfortunately, because it's eating into my cap, they get to burn something.
Upscaling complete.
Good for you. Why are you not working? So you refuse to be... Okay, spider people. Good for you. Dynafire. What is this? He refuses to be a worker. He has to be a specialist. Who is it? One of these guys. This is where I wish I could purge. Fanatic, militant, spiritualist, civics, nationalistic zeal, parliamentary system, democratic. Keep in mind it's my first time creating a race. Nothing wrong with that, man. I've created far worse. I once picked all the correct ethics and civics for a build tall empire in the old one, which was what was it, a Hungarian ideal, and then decided to accept all of the modifiers that made me militaristic, which just completely negated everything that I was trying to do. Had the one planet, no, I had 2 planets I think it was building up absolutely phenomenally. It was one of the strongest races in the galaxy, and then switched out of those ideals and yeah, just face rolled really hard. Somebody just demolished me. I couldn't keep my economy up, couldn't keep my research up. They just completely overtook me and I couldn't get the ethics back and lost really badly. Which I
Potential
think
market survey
is
completed.
how this is going to go. Because 1, I didn't snowball hard enough. 2, I didn't pay enough attention to my military. There's nothing wrong with those civics anyway.
Ships upscaled.
So don't feel too bad about creating a race that you don't enjoy. It just means that, you know, whatever you've worked out your new playstyle is, you'll change everything for your next one. Don't stress too much. It's the beauty about Stellaris. It's all right there. Exit the menu, start again. Alright, so that was on that planet just in case the Subterraneans decide they're going to get pissy at me still. What is wrong with you? It's trying to build a mining station. Okay, oh yeah, because somebody else is doing it. Good for him. It's because you took too long. Bastard. Speaking of which. Alright, so we've got plenty of gases saved up.
Outlier identified. A system has been surveyed.
Alright, done. I am starting to bleed food. It's because this prick is too proud to work on a farm. I hate you.
A system has been surveyed.
I mean, I love you because you're one of my dudes, but I hate you. We have all the workers done in here, so no, we're still a farmer down there. Still 2 farmers down there, so that by rights should
Ships upscaled.
fix itself. Only fallen empires above me in rank. You rule in research and fleet power, and it's your 4th game. Yes. I don't see what the issue with that is. If the fallen empires are the only ones above you, then you must be getting close to repeatable tech. As soon as you get that, then you're just... I think you need to scale up to the point... If you can get even one fleet that's worth 100,000, and then you play it right, it doesn't matter if they're still overwhelming compared to you then. Just, as you've probably already know, find out what their ships are like, and then just tailor your ships to devastate them. So if they're... Well, fallen empires are normally dark matter, armor, and then shields. Depending on which one they're the weakest to, tailor your weapons. If they're full shields, then just go full mass drivers, or you know, kinetic. If they're half-half, then explosive. 40k is a good start. I wouldn't be complaining about 40k, man. That's an amazing start. 40k is enough to wipe out 1.5 of the endgame crisis fleets, like the Praetorian Scourge. They normally fly around with 30 to 35k, depending on where you've put your strength slider. You'll be fine. No need to panic. If you've got a 40k fleet, then you're definitely going to be... Oh, what now? Oh, extra slot. So I need a specialist, he reckons. Alright, looks like we'll be getting... wait a minute. Yep. We're talking about fleet strength, not Imperium. Though, if you want, if that's what this chat wants, I can create a 40k Imperium race. It's quite a nasty son of a bitch. I've played it before. I'll tell you what, they are not friendly people. I need specialists. So specialist would probably be... That's a technician. That's a specialist. I'll keep this prick happy.
Upscaling
Plus
complete.
more energy, but I need to work on this food. Alright, so I've got 3k in stockpile. I'm going to spend 2k increasing the growth on these 2 planets. And I'm going to go down to... No, it's an edict, not a policy. Can I... I've already got it. Farming subsidies, not worth it. Okay, so we'll go to the market. And... food, we'll just buy some food. Plenty of credits in reserve. Yeah, big metal boys in boxes.
Market outlier identified.
I get that reference too. That was originally started in a Dan Abnett book when the orcs yelled it out. Boys in boxes. And then
Outlier identified.
slash TG picked it up and ran with it. Yes, I'm sorry. I know what slash TG is. I still can't mine you. You're not interesting enough. You know what? Let's just complete this. Skill level of Baglag. Nice. Good on you, Baglag. I'm not making blood ravens, man. They'll just rampage and I can't say steal, but it'd be like creatively acquire other people's stuff. Bloody blood ravens.
Special project actualized.
Gain access to Master's teachings, a philosophical mindset, Empire Edict. So that down here, 95 influence for 10% extra society research and +1 leader pool. Like bro fisting? Bro fisting's what you meant, wasn't it? Null void beam versus shields, plasma cannons versus armor, and hull. Then you're using half armor, half shields with regenerative hull tissue. Yep. Has the L gate? No, that's not L gate. Do you have access to the nanite regenerative armor? It's more in upkeep, but it'll regenerate so much. I think regenerative tissue is +1 hull per day, and nanite is +3. But it actually requires the strategic resource up here. Where is it? There it is. Nanites down the bottom of that list to have upkeep. So regenerative tissue is good for everything else except for titans. So if you've got titans, depending on your empire size, you can have 3. Every one of those should have the armor repair aura and give them the nanite repair kit, and yeah, I find it to be the most cost-effective way because of the upkeep. So if you have those 3 with the nanites, they're kind of passing it on with the armor repair aura that they've got already built in, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant, Nixie. Nanites will come to you. I think it's roughly 3/4 of the way through the game, and then once you actually unlock the technology, if you haven't been able to find any of the strategic resources, pardon me, sorry about that. If you can't find any of the strategic resources, you can actually create a building that synthesizes them, and that way you can actually create your income. The problem with that is the building upkeep is 4, so it's 4 energy, and it requires 2 people to work it. So I think you only get 2 nanite from it per month. So you'll need 2 of those buildings to supply the titans. But yeah, if you can keep your titans supplied once they have the nanite, their armor repair aura will keep your ship. It just adds so much more survivability to your fleets. I can easily turn a 40k into probably 45 to 50k, and that's only just because you've increased your tank.
A system has been surveyed.
That's the second time I've discovered living metal, so by rights I should have. Okay, let's continue with this first. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll keep spiritualist. You bastard bloody faction. I hate you. Hate you. What was it? Checking living metal. That's right. So it's engineering, I believe it is. Ugh, that's so far away.
Potential market survey completed.
Yay, market survey. Right. But anyway, chat, it's 4:34 a.m. here in Australia, so I'm going to go head off to bed. I stream every night my time at... Well, you need to get on that and make that meme. But anyway, I'm going to head to bed. Check my channel page, it'll give you my streaming times. So for me, I stream every night at 2 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard. I have no idea what time that is for you guys, but I will pick this up my time tomorrow night. Biggest problem is plenty of management, trying to figure out how to keep them stable, and I just learned you can get a buff to planet liege energy buff to a generator world. Oh, you're talking about the Ecu Monopolis, or however it is you pronounce that. Yeah, I've never actually built 735. Oh man, I wish it was 735 here. Thanks for the follow, dude, by the way. Much love. Very appreciated. So I actually have not built one of the new city planets, but to do that, I know how to do it. You have to have every single district on the planet is basically city districts. So everything from here, once you've got that, I've researched it, and it says you get like obscene bonuses to power generation and such, but I haven't experienced that yet, so I can't tell you if it's effective or not. I do know that habitats no longer generate minerals, so your spaceborne habitats are phenomenal at energy districts. But if you do remember, if you do have issues with energy, where is it? Always research and build that building there, because that will always keep you stable with the extra 15%. So you can have that on every single one of your planets. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it there for the evening. Focus planet energy and it gets a buff. If you focus it in food, you get a buff. Yep, that's true. I never do that though. I always prefer to keep it on average, because if you focus a planet too much in one thing, you can always run out of amenities. Amenities will cripple your planet's production. So I prefer to be stable. There are people that, you know, prefer the razor's edge, but I hate it. Absolutely hate it for myself. But yeah, it's definitely up to everybody else. But I'm gonna call it there. I will pick this up again tomorrow night. In the meantime, stay safe. Happy New Year's for when it finally comes. Well, for you, that's only what, 4.5 hours away. So in 4.5 hours, man, you can join me in the future. But until then, guys, yeah, thanks for joining me. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thanks very much, guys. Have a good night.